Hey, friends. Hopefully, you can hear me. I know the screen is teeny tiny. I need to make sure you can hear me. Hey, friends. Okay, yeah. Cool. Good morning for with the teeny tiny screen this morning. I have no Wi-Fi. The weather has knocked out our Wi-Fi. And Lord knows how long that's going to be out. It doesn't make me very happy. I'll say that much. I'm a bit annoyed by it, but I'll get over it. Maybe. I'm a bit annoyed by just how poorly we handle snow down here in the south. I got a notice that our Wi-Fi was out and crews would not begin working on it until it was safe. It's not even doing anything outside anymore, but anyway. So who knows how long I'll be without Wi-Fi. So in the meantime, I have to stream like this. As long as my cell data works okay, then I can stream this way. With the tiny screen. All right, February 1st. Here's a note at the top. The account in Exodus is traditionally thought to have begun approximately 300 years after Joseph's death. The two dates are listed throughout, traditional and earlier date as an alternative date. The Israelites in Egypt, Exodus 1 through 122. These are the names of the sons of Israel, that is, Jacob, who moved to Egypt with their father, each with his family: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. In all, Jacob had 70 descendants in Egypt, including Joseph, who was already there. In time, Joseph and all of his brothers died, ending that entire generation. But their descendants, the Israelites, had many children and grandchildren. In fact, they multiplied so greatly that they became extremely powerful and filled the land. Eventually, a new king came to power in Egypt, who knew nothing about Joseph or what he had done. He said to his people, "Look, the people of Israel now outnumber us and are stronger than we are. We must make a plan to keep them from growing even more. If we don't, and if war breaks out, they will join our enemies and fight against us. Then they will escape from the country." So the Egyptians made the Israelites their slaves. They appointed brutal slave drivers over them, hoping to wear them down with crushing labor. They forced them to build the cities of Pithom and Ramses as supply centers for the king. But the more the Egyptians oppressed them, the more the Israelites multiplied and spread, and the more alarmed the Egyptians became. So the Egyptians worked the people of Israel without mercy. They made their lives bitter, forcing them to mix mortar and make bricks and do all the work in the fields. They were ruthless in all of their demands. Then Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, gave this order to the Hebrew midwives. The Hebrew midwives, Sifra and Puah. When you help the Hebrew women as they give birth, watch as they deliver. If the baby is a boy, kill him. If it is a girl, let her live. But because the midwives feared God, they refused to obey the king's orders. Then they allowed the boys to live too. So the king of Egypt called for the midwives. "Why have you done this?" he demanded. "Why have you allowed the boys to live?" "The Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women," the midwives replied. "They are more vigorous and have their babies so quickly that we cannot get there in time." So God was good to the midwives, and the Israelites continued to multiply, growing more and more powerful. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all of his people: "Throw every newborn Hebrew boy in the Nile River. You may let the girls live." The birth of Moses, Exodus 2 1 through 10. About this time, a man and a woman from the tribe of Levi got married. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus reeds and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. The baby's sister then stood at a distance, watching to see what would happen to him. Soon Pharaoh's daughter came down to bathe in the river, and her attendants walked along the river bank. When the princess saw the basket among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it for her. When the princess opened it, she saw the baby. The little boy was crying, and she felt sorry for him. "This must be one of the Hebrew children," she said. Then the baby's sister approached the princess. "Should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?" she asked. "Yes, do." the princess replied. So the girl went and called the baby's mother. Take, take this baby and nurse him for me, the princess told the baby's mother. I will pray I will pay you for your help. Place. There it is. So the woman took her baby home and nursed him. Later, when the boy was older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own son. The princess named him Moses, for she explained, I lifted him out of the water. Moses escapes to Midian, Exodus 2:11 through 25. Moses was 40 years old when what follows took place. Many years later, when Moses had grown up, he went out to visit his own people, the Hebrews, and he saw how hard they were forced to work. During his visit, he saw an Egyptian beating one of his fellow Hebrews. After looking in all directions to make sure no one was watching, Moses killed the Egyptian and hid the body in the sand. The next day, when Moses went out to visit his people again, he saw two Hebrew men fighting. Why are you beating up your friend? Moses said to the one who started the fight. The man replied, who appointed you to be our prince and judge? Are you going to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday? Then Moses was afraid, thinking, everyone knows what I did. And sure enough, Pharaoh heard what had happened, and he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in the land of Midian. When Moses arrived in Midian, he sat down beside a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters who came as usual to draw the water and fill the water through their father's flocks. But some other shepherds came and chased them away. So Moses jumped up and rescued the girls from the shepherds. Then he drew water for their flocks. When the girls returned to Reuel, their father, he asked, why are you back so soon today? An Egyptian rescued us from the shepherds, they answered, and then he drew water for us and watered our flocks. Then where is he? Their father asked. Why did you leave him there? Invite him to come and eat with us. Moses accepted the invitation and he settled there with him. In time, Reuel gave Moses his daughter Zipporah to be his wife. Later, she gave birth to a son, and Moses named him Gershom, for he explained, I have been a foreigner in a foreign land. Years passed, and the king of Egypt died. But the Israelites continued to groan under their burden of slavery. They cried out for help, and their cry rose up to God. God heard their groaning, and he remembered his covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He looked down on the people of Israel and knew it was time to act. Moses' family tree. First Chronicles 6:1 through 3. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The descendants of Kohath included Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. The children of Amram were Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. Moses and the burning bush. Exodus 3:1 through 22. At this time, Moses was 80 years old. One day, Moses was tending the flock of his father in law, Jethro, the priest of Midian. He led a flock into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. There, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. This is amazing, Moses said to himself. Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go see it. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, he called to him from the middle of the bush. Moses, Moses. Here I am, Moses replied. Do not come any closer, the Lord warned. Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. Then the Lord told him, I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering, so I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile, spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Look, the cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abuse them. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people Israel out of Egypt. But Moses protested to God, who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? God answered, I will be with you, and this is your sign that I am the one who sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain. But Moses protested, if I go to the people of Israel and tell them, the God of your ancestors has sent me to you, they will ask me, what is his name? Then what should I tell them? God replied to Moses, I am who I am. Say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. God also said to Moses, "Say this to the people of Israel: Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my eternal name, my name to remember for all generations. Now go and call together the elders of Israel. Tell them, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has appeared to me. He told me, I have been watching closely, and I see how the Egyptians are treating you. I have promised to rescue you from your oppression in Egypt. I will lead you to the land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. The elders of Israel will accept your message. Then you and the elders must go to the king of Egypt and tell him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So please let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness and offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless a mighty hand forces him. So I will raise my hand and strike the Egyptians, performing all kinds of miracles among them. And at last he will let you go. And I will cause the Egyptians to look favorably on you. They will give you gifts when you go, so you will not leave empty handed. Every Israelite woman will ask for articles of silver and gold and fine clothing from her Egyptian neighbors and the foreign women in their house. You will dress your sons and daughters with these, stripping the Egyptians of their wealth. Signs of the Lord's power. Exodus 4 1 through 17. But Moses protested again. What if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say, the Lord never appeared to you? Then the Lord asked him, What is that in your hand? A shepherd's staff, Moses replied. Throw it down to the ground. The Lord told him. So Moses threw down the staff, and it turned into a snake. Moses jumped back. Then the Lord told him, Reach out and grab its tail. So Moses reached out and grabbed it, and it turned back into the shepherd's staff in his hand. Perform this sign, the Lord told him. Then they will believe that the Lord, the God of their ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, really has appeared to you. Then the Lord said to Moses, Now put your hand inside your cloak. So Moses put his hand inside his cloak. And when he took it out again, his hand was as white as snow with a severe skin disease. Now put your hand back into your cloak, the Lord said. So Moses put his hand back in. And when he took it out again, it was as healthy as the rest of his body. The Lord said to Moses, If they do not believe you and you are not convinced by the first miraculous sign, they will be convinced by the second sign. And if they don't believe you or listen to you even after these 2 signs, then take some water from the Nile River and pour it out on the dry ground. When you do, the water from the Nile will turn to blood on the ground. But Moses pleaded with the Lord, "Oh Lord, I'm not very good with words. I never have been, and I'm not now, even though you have spoken to me. I get tongue-tied and my words get tangled." Then the Lord asked Moses, Who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak, hear or do not hear, see or do not see? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go. I will speak with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what to say. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. All right, he said, What about your brother Aaron the Levite? I know he speaks well, and look, he is on his way to meet you now. He will be delighted to see you. Talk to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be I will be both of you as you speak, and I will instruct you both in what to do. Aaron will be your spokesman to the people. He will be your mouthpiece, and you will stand in the place of God for him, telling him what to say. And take your shepherd's staff with you and use it to perform the miraculous signs I have shown you. Right. Through the chat, if I could see it. Amy, we got about 9 inches. 9 inches too many. Not thrilled with it. You can ask the minions. I'm wicked crabby this morning. I woke up and saw that and was like, permanent scowl. I mean, I knew we were getting this much, but you know, I just want to wake up and have it gone. So I moved south so that I could enjoy the snow for a couple of hours and then have it disappear. It's not happening. It's not going to happen because they don't plow our roads down here. And it's going to be a mess for days. And it's annoying and I'm irritated and I'm almost out of Zevia and nobody's delivering. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do without Zevia? Walmart, excuse me. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be annoyed. I'll be irritated, but I'll be okay. I know 9 inches is nothing. If you're from Maine, it's like the dusting. They don't have the capacity to handle anything down here. Our Wi-Fi is out. Lord knows how long it will be out because they can't nobody has boots apparently to go climb into the Wi-Fi place and fix it. I know. I'm praying the sun. It's supposed to be 40 tomorrow. The problem that I see is that the vehicles that are getting out, there's a few of people that are getting out. Not many. I think I've seen 2 cars this morning. They'll pack the snow really tight on the road because it won't be plowed, and then it's gonna warm up and turn to solid ice, and we don't get salt or sand in here. No, thank you, Jan. I don't have snow pants anymore. Only boots I have are my, I forget what they're called, they're like the LL Bean boots, but they're not lined, so my feet freeze. I can't like, there's not enough snow to, or not enough warmth. There's no liner or anything in them, so it's cold. Like, I don't have snow pants or gloves. I have a pair of mittens. I have mittens and a hat and a coat. My boots do nothing. It's so crabby. You'd think I was an Israelite, mad at Pharaoh. Maybe I am. I'll get over it. I'm just worried about the gym. I couldn't go to the gym all last week, and I'm sure it's gonna be closed because school has already been canceled for most of the week. It was canceled the entire week last week, and it's gonna be canceled most of this week. It's already canceled Monday and Tuesday, and the storm's been over. So, yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah, I have to do home workouts because I can't get to the gym. Same here, Jan. We wait for it to thaw, and usually it's no problem, but it's cold. It's 6 degrees with the wind chill. The heck? I moved to North Carolina for 6 degrees. I feel personally attacked by this storm, if you can't tell. I feel like it was a personal attack by the weathermen. Like, I think somebody was, like, personally manipulating the weather just so it would tick me off. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not one of those people that think the weather is all an attack by the government. I don't think that. But I might believe there's somebody out there that dislikes me enough to be doing this. Oh my word, my friends. Well, I love you so much. Hope you have an amazing day. Oh, I need to pray. See, when I get in a crabby mood, that's not what I think about. It's my own fault. God our Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for safety in the storm. And I pray protection over those that are struggling with this storm down here and the impacts of it that will last a while. And I just pray your protection and peace over each and every one. And pray for my attitude as it is not good, God. And I just for your strength and for your peace for each and every one here that is dealing with so many issues today. I think a little sweet little baby that's struggling with norovirus and to ask for continued healing for him and continued strength. And we praise you and thank you that his condition did not worsen. And just pray for healing for him and a quick turnaround for him. God, I just praise you and thank you for all you do for us, for your love and your mercy and your grace. In your precious name, amen. I know he does, Ruby. But if you watch Instagram, they'll convince you that, um, they'll convince you that it's all government manipulation and that it's cloud seeding and it's full of chemicals and we shouldn't eat it and we're all going to die by the hands of the weather and we should probably take some ivermectin because of it. I'm not making fun of anybody who believes that. You can believe it. I don't care. I, however, don't. All right, girls. Thanks for being here. I love you all. I'm going to go do microneedling on my face and I'm going to video it and show you all what it's like because I'm terrified to put 1,000 needles all over my face, but I'm going to do it because if I can't control the weather, maybe I can control this, which Mary Malone says is my chicken waddle. It's my waddle. She says I have chicken skin, and her and I are no longer speaking because she called this a chicken waddle. And I'm gonna go micro needle now and see what happens. All right. Winnie is peacefully sleeping in the corner, snoring quite loudly. Now seems like a good time to go stick needles in my face. I love you, girls. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for devotion. Have a great day.